After Sauron's downfall, Middle-earth breathes a fragile peace. The scars of war still linger across the plains of Gondor, and though victory was won, the air feels heavy with something unspoken. King Aragorn rules wisely beside Queen Arwen. Yet even in his triumph, shadows of doubt creep into his heart. Rumors spread from the east, whispers of a creature seen near the Dead Marshes. The stories speak of glowing eyes and a rasping voice calling out for precious. Aragorn knows that name too well to ignore. Far away in the quiet Shire, Samwise Gamgee tends to his garden, his heart content but restless. He often looks west, toward the sea, wondering if Frodo can still feel his thoughts. When a sealed letter arrives from Minas Tirith bearing Aragorn's crest, Sam's hands tremble. The words inside are simple but chilling. "We may have found him." Despite Rosie's tearful protest, Sam packs his bag once more, knowing his peace was only borrowed time. In the east, the gray wizard returns. Gandalf, now older and quieter, feels the shifting pulse of the world. Magic itself seems uneasy, the stars dim at night, and even the eagles grow restless. When he reaches Gondor, his reunion with Aragorn is bittersweet. Both sense what the other fears. If Gollum yet lives, then perhaps the shadow of the ring was never fully destroyed. Gandalf's gaze hardens. "Evil seldom dies," he warns softly. Aragorn assembles a company to seek the truth before rumors become peril. Faramir volunteers, determined to serve his king and silence the guilt that still haunts him from his brother's death. A few trusted rangers join, silent men who have walked in darkness before. The company's purpose is clear: find Gollum, learn what drives his survival, and if need be, end it. Aragorn knows it won't be easy. "Pity once spared him," he murmurs. "But pity may now destroy us." Deep beneath the blackened remains of Mordor, a frail creature stirs. His bones ache, his breath rattles, yet his will endures. Gollum, or what remains of him, crawls through mud and ash, muttering to himself in broken whispers. His mind fractures between hatred and grief, between Smeagol and the monster he became. When the wind carries a distant echo of Frodo's name, his eyes widen with rage. "Thief! Tricksy hobbitses!" He hisses and begins his long crawl toward vengeance. Far to the north, Legolas and Gimli trek through the fading forests of Mirkwood. The woods are healing, yet beneath the moss they find strange corruption. Black veins pulsing in the soil. They follow the taint to an ancient ruin where shadows move without form. Gandalf finds them there, and together they realize the truth. Darkness has not vanished, only scattered. "Something still feeds on Sauron's echo," Gandalf says. "And Gollum, he may be its vessel." Sam's arrival in Minas Tirith is met with honor and sorrow. The city shines in marble and gold, yet its people still bear the eyes of survivors. Aragorn welcomes Sam with warmth, and the two men stand in silence before the rebuilt white tree. They speak softly of Frodo, of the burden he carried, and of the creature who haunted them both. Sam's voice trembles as he says, "If he's out there, Strider, then he's still suffering. And maybe, so are we." The company departs under a burning dawn, the red sun staining the horizon like blood. Sam, Faramir, Aragorn, and Gandalf ride together, their path leading east. The land grows more silent the farther they go, as if the world itself holds its breath. Every night, Sam dreams of Frodo's face, calm, sad, and distant, whispering, "Don't go, Sam." But when he wakes, the words fade like smoke. He presses on. Crossing the borders of the Dead Marshes, they encounter strange phenomena. Water rippling without wind, faint lights dancing like souls trapped below. Faramir hears voices in the mist, calling him by name. Aragorn's instincts sharpen, sensing they're being watched. Gandalf commands silence, but Sam catches something out of the corner of his eye, a shadow darting just beneath the fog. Gollum's laughter echoes faintly, a whisper of madness carried by the marsh wind. Beneath the ruins of Barad-dûr, Gollum discovers a hidden crevice. Inside lies a shard of black crystal, pulsing faintly with a reddish glow. the last remnant of Sauron's power. It speaks to him, soft and cruel, promising to return what was lost. "You can have it, my precious one," it whispers. Gollum's trembling fingers clutch the shard, and as it fuses to his skin, his eyes burn with new, terrible fire. Yes, Precious lives again. Gandalf senses the moment the shard bonds with Gollum. The skies over Gondor dim, the wind turns sharp, and the ground quakes faintly. He realizes what's happened. The will of Sauron has not perished, but transferred. Gollum is no longer merely corrupted. He's a vessel of wrath and hunger. "He is no longer a creature of pity," Gandalf says grimly. "He is the Shadow's child reborn." Their hunt leads them into the broken lands of Mordor. The company faces storms and barren plains where nothing grows. Each man feels the shard's pull. Even Aragorn dreams of power and flame. Sam grows quieter, haunted by memories of Frodo's pain. At night, he hears Frodo's voice saying, "You can't save him, Sam." Yet he keeps walking, clutching the small phial of Galadriel for light. When they finally discover Gollum's tracks, they find strange symbols etched into the ground. A spiral of ash, circles of burned earth. Faramir grows ill, his dreams filled with the whispering of the shard. Gandalf fears that time is running out. If he completes what's begun, the wizard warns. Then the ring's destruction was only the beginning of another war. In a cavern deep beneath the mountains of shadow, they find him. Gollum stands taller than before, eyes glowing with molten red. His voice flickers between Smeagol's trembling sobs and Sauron's cold command. He mocks them for returning. "You broke the precious, but Gollum fixed it again." The shard glows brighter, feeding on his madness. Gandalf steps forward, pleading with the remnants of Smeagol to remember his old self. For a moment, tears streak his filthy face, his voice shaking. "Smeagol tried to be good," he says, his tone breaking, but the shard pulses, twisting his kindness into fury. "No, Smeagol is dead. Only Gollum remains," he shrieks, hurling himself toward them with inhuman strength. The cavern explodes into chaos. Aragorn and Faramir fight to hold the creature back as Gandalf channels what power remains in his broken staff. Sam faces Gollum again, heart breaking with every strike. The creature is faster, stronger, his laughter echoing like 1,000 voices. Sam cries, "Remember Frodo. He forgave you," but Gollum sneers, "And he left you." As the battle rages, Gollum lunges for Aragorn, but Sam throws himself between them. The two tumble into the pit where the shard burns brightest. Gandalf shouts a spell, the light of his staff flaring one last time. The shard erupts, engulfing both Gollum and Sam in a blinding red flame. A shockwave tears through the mountain. When it clears, both are gone. Nothing remains but ash and silence. Aragorn, Faramir, and Gandalf emerge from the ruins, weary and broken. The skies slowly brighten, the wind softens, and the land begins to breathe again. Yet victory feels hollow. Aragorn kneels in grief, whispering, "He saved us all again." Gandalf's eyes glimmer with sorrow. "Samwise the Brave," he murmurs, "a name that will live beyond kings." Months later, back in the Shire, Rosie receives a sealed box from Gondor. Inside lies Sam's soil from Lothlorien and a letter from Aragorn, thanking her for sharing her husband with the world one last time. She plants the soil beneath their old tree. That spring, it blooms brighter than ever before, silver leaves glimmering under the sun, as though touched by elvish grace. Far to the east, beneath a quiet mountain, a small shadow stirs. A faint, rasping whisper echoes through the stone. "Smeagol, still here." The ground trembles softly, the echo spreading through the roots of the world. Middle-earth sleeps in peace once more, unaware that darkness never dies. It only dreams.